Hey everybody, it's Jason Calacanis, the host of This Week in Startups, and I'm here to tell you about one of my favorite products, SurveyMonkey. I'm done. No, seriously, SurveyMonkey is a great product. I've been using it for 2 years. Many of you have received surveys from me. Sometimes I'll write an email and put a survey right at the end of them to get your feedback. And Carolyn is here with me. She's one of the producers here at This Weekend. She produces This Week in Startups and some other programs on the network.
Social media.
Social media with Rob Tercek. That's been going very well. Now, we've done SurveyMonkeys before. You can build a survey in literally minutes. You go to the question bank. They even have preformed questions for you that are perfectly designed by experts.
Yes.
But there's a new feature. Not only will they give you the questions you could ask, like what's your income, where do you live, and how to properly phrase that stuff so you get the right responses and not bias in it, but you can collect on Facebook, you can collect on the web, all these kind of things, URL, email, but you can also now get a group of people through their beta of, what do they call that thing?
By a targeted audience.
By a targeted audience. Hey, pull that up on the screen, everybody. Now, this is fascinating. I was talking to the CEO of SurveyMonkey, Dave Goldberg, and he's a serial entrepreneur who's very, very successful. He did Launch.com. Speaking of Launch, he did the original Launch.com and sold it to Yahoo, which was the music portal that everybody loved. It was pre-Pandora, pre-Rhapsody. He's a serial entrepreneur, great poker player, a good friend of mine, actually, before he did SurveyMonkey. And SurveyMonkey, you know, they're trying to solve this whole thing of how to get surveys done. One of the things was people didn't know how to do the questions. One of the things, they didn't have software. He provided the software. Then they didn't know how to form the questions. He provided the questions. Now you've got to get people to respond.
Right.
Now he's providing that. So if you look here on the screen, I can't read that, it's a little bit small here, but I'm sure the audience can. Oh, there you go, thank you. They will give you a bunch of people to take your survey. So if you scroll down there, all across America, what can they target by?
You can target by gender, age, location, ethnicity. I mean, literally any narrow group of people that you can think of, you can target through this.
So I could say, hey, give me everybody over the age of 50. Like, let's say I was Mark Pincus.
Sure.
And I wanted to get information on people above the age of 50, you know, retirees or soon-to-be retirees playing my casual games. A lot of them do. And I said, I want, I don't know, females over 50 or just anybody over 50 in, I don't know, middle America, and what they think of Farmville and Cityville, and how many hours they play, and do they have an iPad yet? Because I'm thinking about going into iPads.
Right.
And are they considering buying an iPad? So I want to see if Farmville players, hey, I could go test not just his people, because he's got his people, and he can get to his people by just setting the URL. But what if he wants to get a larger group of people? Now, this is something, when you do a survey like this, I've tried to do this at many times for my magazines and blogs and other companies. If you hire a research firm to do this, I can tell you, they will charge you $10,000, $20,000 to design the survey, and then they'll charge you $10, $20 per person. So if you want to have a 1,000-person survey, you're in for another 10 or 20 grand. You're talking about $50,000 to do this kind of research easily. And I've not done it because of that reason. But how much are they charging in the beta here?
This is $3 per person.
That's unbelievable.
That's it. And it's, you know, I've worked in advertising before. They have focus groups. There's a whole big event. You buy food for these people. This is just on
You also,
the computer.
don't you pay them $100 to come in?
Yeah, it's expensive.
What do you pay them?
Time consuming.
What do they pay? Is it 50 or 100?
The ones I was in were 100.
So you pay $100.
$100.
Then you got to pay for food, a couple $100 bucks, another $25, $50 a person for food. You got 20 people there. It's a waste of money.
And who knows who's just coming in for the food?
And the money.
You don't even know what quality of people you're getting.
Right. And here they've done the hard work to create this survey. This is why you should use SurveyMonkey. They keep adding all these amazing features and services, and they are dedicated to solving this problem of understanding the marketplace. If you're an entrepreneur, you need to understand the market. Before you commit developer resources, before you commit your company for 6 months to go work on some project, you don't know if it's even going to work. For God's sake, spend the $25 a month for SurveyMonkey, or 20 bucks, whatever. What does SurveyMonkey cost a month? Like 20 bucks?
The basic plan is free. The next tier up is $24 a month.
Yeah, but I don't want the basic plan, because the basic plan's for only 100 responses.
Correct.
Which I could, if you could, 100 responses is good. But you know, if 10 more come in for $24, I want those extra 10.
And it's unlimited for $24.
Right. So I've gotten over 1,000 on many of my surveys, and that's, you know, hey, I want all of them. I want to get as many as possible. But you could go test, just send to, I don't know, 100 people in their survey group, or just tweet it, or send to your existing users. You should get feedback from your users, and you should use a great tool like SurveyMonkey. And by the way, I'm not supposed to talk about another sponsor during this, but SurveyMonkey and MailChimp, they like to play together. They're integrated through the API. So if you have a mailing list and you got the SurveyMonkey goodness, MailChimp goodness, they're going to work together. And we'll probably show you that on an upcoming episode of This Week in Startups. Carolyn, thank you so much for showing us the, what is that called? Like what do they call that when you have a group of people? There's like
a focus group.
A focus group, but there's also like a demo, or I don't know what they call it, but you can just, the people you can survey.
Sure.
They provide people to you. So I'm going to try this beta. We're totally going to try it. And you should too. And you should support SurveyMonkey because they are a great product and they're sponsoring this program, which is free because of their support. Like NPR, we don't have to ask you for money. They are the reason. They're putting this helping me put this great product out there week after week after week. Carolyn, thank you for all your hard work as a producer on This Week in Startups. You've been tremendous. Delightful to work with you, and it's delightful to work with SurveyMonkey. We'll see you all next time.